There's a big difference between being something and pretending to be it. Today, a lot of guys on the internet call themselves Sigma males. They post dark selfies, wear hoodies like cloaks, and talk about being lone wolves. They want to look cool, mysterious, and untouchable. But here's the hard truth. Real Sigma males don't talk about being Sigma. They don't try to look the part. They're not playing a role. They just live it. Quietly. Naturally. Authentically. It's not about how they dress or what quotes they post. It's about how they think, how they move, and how they handle life, especially when no one's watching. So how do you spot a real one from a fake? It's not loud. It's not obvious. But it is powerful. Let's break down the 6 subtle traits that only real Sigma males have, and wannabes can never fake. Welcome back to Alpha Man Cave, the home of quiet strength, sharp minds, and self-mastery. If you're building yourself into a man of power and purpose, hit that subscribe button so you never miss the wisdom that sets you apart from the crowd. Alright, let's dive in. 1. Real Sigmas see through people, but keep it to themselves. Let's say you're in a group and someone starts bragging or lying. A fake Sigma might roll his eyes, interrupt, or try to expose the person just to look smart. Why? Because he wants everyone to know he's not fooled. It's about showing off. But a real Sigma? He already knows the person is lying, and he says nothing. He quietly observes, takes mental notes, and lets the truth reveal itself naturally. He's not trying to win the moment, he's playing the long game. He knows that by staying silent, people reveal even more. Why interrupt when someone's digging their own hole? Sigma males don't waste energy proving they're right. They use that energy to protect themselves, make smart decisions, and stay 10 steps ahead. That's what makes them dangerous, in a silent, controlled way. 2. Real Sigmas don't try to lead, but leaders still feel threatened. In a room full of people, a fake Sigma tries to act like the rebel. He disagrees loudly, talks back to authority, and tries to be the cool outsider. But all he really wants is attention. A real Sigma, on the other hand, he doesn't care about being a leader or follower. He just focuses on doing what makes sense, and doing it well. But here's the twist. People in charge still feel uneasy around him. Why? Because he speaks with logic instead of fear. He doesn't play politics. He says the truth even when it's uncomfortable. This calm honesty makes people nervous, especially those who rely on fake power or popularity. So while the fake Sigma tries to look strong, the real one makes others feel his strength without trying. 3. Real Sigmas walk away quietly. No drama, no announcements. When a situation is toxic, fake Sigmas make a scene. They'll say stuff like, "I don't need this. I'm done with you." All for the drama. They want people to notice their exit. But the real Sigma? He just leaves. No explanation. No anger. No big moment. He already made up his mind, and moved on. He values his peace more than being right. He doesn't stick around to argue or prove a point. He understands one of life's most powerful truths. Your attention is your energy, and not everyone deserves it. So he removes himself from bad jobs, fake friends, toxic relationships, calmly, completely, quietly. 4. Real Sigmas aren't cold, they just guard their warmth. A lot of wannabe Sigmas think being cold makes them mysterious. They ignore people, act rude, or stay distant all the time. But the truth is, That's just insecurity in disguise. Real Sigma males can be warm, kind, and even funny, but only with people who earn it. They don't give their energy to just anyone. They know how draining it is to be around fake, selfish, or shallow people, so they protect their space. They give their warmth to those who are real, and stay distant from the rest. It's not about being mean. It's about being smart with who gets access to your soul. 5. Real Sigmas aren't trying to be different. They just never learn to fake it. Wannabes go out of their way to seem different. They'll dress weird on purpose, disagree with everything, be negative just to stand out. But it's all for show. Real Sigmas don't follow trends, but they're not trying to rebel either. They're just themselves. No act, no mask, no performance. They don't change who they are depending on the crowd. They don't pretend to like what's popular. They say what they actually believe, even if it's unpopular. Being authentic might make people uncomfortable, but Sigma males aren't here to impress. They're here to live truthfully, no matter what anyone thinks. 6. Real Sigmas don't become Sigma. They were born this way. This one's important. You don't wake up one day and decide to be a Sigma male. It's not something you can force or fake. It's something that's been in you since the beginning. Real Sigmas always felt different. Maybe they didn't fit in during school. Maybe they didn't care about popularity, drama, or groupthink. Maybe they enjoyed being alone, not because they were sad, but because they were at peace with their own mind. And that never changed. They didn't need to follow the crowd, and they still don't. Wannabes copy the Sigma image, but real Sigmas live the Sigma reality. It's quiet. It's powerful. It's real. So here's the bottom line. Anyone can dress like a Sigma. Anyone can post deep quotes and act mysterious. But only a real Sigma can live these traits without even trying. Because Sigma isn't something you show. It's something you are. They don't speak to impress. They don't move for applause. They just walk through life with quiet purpose. Focused, self-aware, and free. Welcome to Alpha Man Cave, where real strength speaks softly, but hits hard. If this message hit home for you, smash that like button. Drop a comment on which trait stood out to you most. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep truths that separate the real from the fake. Until next time, stay focused, stay grounded, stay Sigma.